$301,708
to be funded from water
funded from
revenue or water,
Water revenues.
water revenue.
revenue.
And,
You gonna put them all under one?
well, it's a capital article.
And
It'll list
and
all of the
transfer from
items.
debt stabilization to the reserve fund, $47,500.
Debt stabilization from the, FIFA grant.
From the federal, our share of the federal grant to extend the, what do we call it, the flood, extend the flood wall at the public safety building.
The seawall.
So I recommend to refund, move to recommend,
Yeah. These items, okay?
do you want me to read all
No,
of the
you
items?
just attach it to the, he's gonna, include it in the motion.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Capital, we're approving these items, the $301,708.
Basically, move to recommend, just move to recommend Article 21, capital expenditures as follows.
Wasn't 22, I think it's 22.
Yeah, Article 20, as follows.
As follows.
And then it's referenced on the green sheet from water revenue. And is it 26,000 and whatever the change is?
$47,500.
$47,500 from debt
That's below.
stabilization fund.
Yeah. Is that,
Fund out portion of matching grants,
our portion of that.
matching grants to extend the wall called? What's that wall?
Oh, the flood wall.
The flood wall
Yeah.
behind the public safety building. Second. You have that, right?
Yeah.
She's got it.
So we have a motion, Mr. Ely, second by Mr. O'Leary, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? And let's see.
You'd allow me to just kind of move along?
Yep.
Clerk?
Clerk.
Thank you.
That's you, the other clerk.
Oh.
Jeff, hold on.
Hold on, the next article is, requesting an amount of money be transferred for the,
Retirement obligation?
retirement obligations. The amount is set at $370,528. We recommend that amount be, raised and appropriated. And that includes the use of both the town and the school.
And that is in the, each share and
Yes,
their
it
own
is.
budget.
Yes, it is.
And, on Article 23,
Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend Article 23 fund in the amount of Article 23 fund retirement obligation in the amount of $370,528.
You want it from raise and appropriate?
Sure. Sure.
Well, the motion was what?
The motion.
Second.
motion, Mr. Ely, second, Mr. O'Leary, just a comment. Don't we normally just put this in the budget?
No, this
No?
is always voted.
It's always been voted separately.
Because it's a shared cost between the town and the school. So it's voted as a separate article, and that's how we've been doing it for a number of years.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr.
24 deals with, appropriation to the stabilization fund. I did
I
confirm.
just have a quick question, on the $370,000,
Yes,
fund retirement obligation, what portion of the obligation is that? Not everything, we have our obligations to our retirees.
annual expected, employee buybacks for fiscal year 2010.
Yeah,
So the
there's
employees
peaks
will be-
in there.
This is a portion of
We
the
have,
buyback.
we've had in the budget.
Right, okay, thank you.
Article 24 is the amount from the stabilization fund. The, recommended amount would be $175,000. And, that will retain a balance of $20,905 for the finance committee to deal with, reserve fund transfers, including fuel and utilities for the end of June. This is the amount that you referred to in your presentation this evening, Mr. Chairman.
I think I said 170.
Appreciate you doing your conservative job at 170 the amount.
So it's 175.
Correct.
All right, so Article 24, Jeff?
Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend Article 24, appropriate money to stabilization fund in the amount of $175,000.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Yule, second by Mr. O'Leary. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Article 25,
Okay, we're gonna pass over.
recommend pass over.
Chairman, I move to recommend pass over Article 25, retirement trust fund.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Yule, second by Mr. O'Leary. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Article 26, you already have a recommendation on, so we can skip over to Article 27. Article 27 is funding of the reval. As the chairman indicated in his presentation this evening, it's one of those items that we will be bringing up at October town
So
meeting.
we're gonna pass this over.
Correct, and since you've already voted to recommend, I would ask the board to entertain a motion to pass over.
Mr. Chairman, I move to pass over Article 27, fund FY 2011 evaluation.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Yule, second by Mr. O'Leary. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Article 28, funding for wastewater design and permitting. It was put on as a placeholder, nothing further is materialized in terms of funding for this town meeting, and would propose pass over this article.
Mr. Yule?
Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend pass over Article 28, appropriate money for wastewater design and permitting.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Yule, second by Mr. O'Leary. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous, and we've already voted on 29.
Your last article, if you wish to consider, is
The omnibus article.
the omnibus.
So basically, we're locked into those two numbers, three numbers.
Yes.
Of course, it's broken into detail. I guess my question, and I'd prefer just approving this on Monday night. Although we are gonna put it, we are gonna print it, so maybe it's a good idea that we're doing now. My thought was that perhaps before Monday night comes along, there'll be a
Left
change.
sort of an answer?
Not so much an answer, but, you know, who knows?
Yeah, right.
What are your thoughts, Greg? That's my only concern.
We certainly want to get the budget out there. I think we promised when this
Yes, we did.
document
Right.
was that, and I know the finance committee is meeting this evening because they also want to get their recommendations and they can be published on the town website also.
And the school budget, whatever decisions they make are independent of that anyway, so, in terms of use of stimulus funds.
And I'm presuming that the school budget where it says department recommendation, in this case, we'll take the school committee's recommendation for their budget request, and that will be included within the warrant, so citizens are aware of what the original request was.
Now, is there any reason why our budget and the finance committee budget differ?
I don't expect that there are, major issues between the budget. There's only been two areas that I'm aware of that the finance committee may have a difference of opinion on, and that relates to the $200,000 that the board had directed being moved over from the health insurance and the Medicare account to fund the schools. There was some discussion amongst the finance committee as to whether that was appropriate, but I would expect, other than those two risk areas, that the budget would be identical to your available funds.
I would go back and say to the finance committee in the discussions, we had the financial planning team, we originally were trying to take the at the time it was $190,000 in the reserve fund and apply it to the 2010 school budget. So in reality, we just changed the process.
Exactly.
And of course, if the school department is looking for more money, then it would be whatever they,
If the school department comes in with a higher number than what we have here, it would be important that on the website, we publish the budget by balance. So whatever the dollar amount is. So that if they're making a suggestion there, and a lot of balance by X number of dollars, in order to move out.
I take it this will all occur on Tuesday. Tomorrow.
So that, people are gonna make those kinds of proposals, come up with some other place to cut.
So,
So it would be under what, column in the, department recommendations column, or administrative, what do we get for column? What are the columns gonna look like?
There'll be three columns, the Board of Selectmen recommendation, the Finance Committee recommendation, and the Department funding request, or department request, is the way you should line it up. The
so
department-
it's really under the TA recommended column, right? In case the school is interpreted as a school.
Right.
So the selectmen and the TA numbers should match, correct?
That's my goal.
Well, I mean, it's,
That's my goal.
you didn't provide a,
The detail?
Yeah.
Blue, it's the blue sheet.
I'm looking at the one I had earlier. That hasn't changed.
This is article, what is it?
Article 21.
So we prepared to,
Mr. Chairman, I move that the board recommend public this article under Article 21 as presented under the town administrator's recommendation.
Second.
motion made by Mr. O'Leary, seconded by Mr. Vino. Discussion?
My only question is, if, over the next week, these numbers do get worse, if we vote on this budget this evening, what, if anything, can we do between,
We have the opportunity to change it.
It would only be a downside number that would change the town budget, I think.
that's what I'm saying, if the numbers get worse in terms of state aid. What do we do with that?
Make adjustments, but as of tonight,
We committed to have this up on the website tomorrow. We have copies available at town hall and the library.
Well, when do we make adjustments if that were to happen? Before town meeting? At
It'll be a town meeting, it'll be a Monday night, meeting before town meeting.
unless something really substantive, then we call an emergency session of the board and
Yeah.
kick it around a little more.
Maybe we have that Saturday morning meeting after all.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's hope not.
And we won't.
That means it's bad.
Okay, so,
Okay, next one.
should we vote on it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. All right, Joe wants to take a 5-minute break.
Give her a short break, please.
I think we're going to the first